Step number one, follow a morning routine. I definitely do this. A little something that you might not know about me is that I wake up every single day at approximately 5:30 a.m. Most days I'll wake up at 5:29, 1 minute before the alarm goes off. The first thing I do is walk into the kitchen and make myself a cup of coffee. And I walk to the living room and drink it out there in the dark by myself. While I drink that cup of coffee, I thank God for waking me up. I thank God for my family. I say my morning prayers and I reflect on what I hope the day will bring. But mostly, this ritual of drinking the morning cup of coffee connects me to my parents because I first started to do it when I moved away to college, and I would wake up in the morning and drink that first cup of coffee by myself, and I would picture my parents sitting at the table at my house, drinking their coffee across from each other, reading the morning paper, and so it would help me to feel closer to them, and it still does. Step number two, follow a schedule. This step is a little different for me because I feel like the part of the day where I'm following a more fixed schedule is the morning part of the day. In the afternoon, things get a little less organized. So after I have my awesome cup of coffee in the morning, I usually get ready for the day, depending on if I'm recording that day or attending a meeting, or I'll either do makeup, hair, and get dressed, or put on a house bun and house clothes and get started with the day. The first thing I do after I get ready is check my emails and respond to emails and check my Google Calendar. My Google Calendar basically guides my day. It's got all my meetings in it. It has my assignments due for my Google Classroom in it, and I usually follow it very closely. I also take time to log in times that I spend working on other projects, grade level videos or read alouds that I'm sharing, anything like that will also be logged into my Google Calendar. After that, I check my Google Classroom and I update assignments and return graded any assignments that may have been turned in the day before. After that, I'll cook breakfast for the kids, or my husband will cook breakfast for the kids. We'll sit down together, and after that, around 8:30, the kids should be logged into Google Classroom, and I will return back to my work. Number three, must do, establish a workspace. When we first started to work from home, I was working all over the house. On the sofa, in the living room, at the breakfast table, on the bed. What I found was that I was really uncomfortable and my back started hurting, and I just felt so disorganized. I felt like I was forgetting things that were really important, things that I needed to get done. So I ended up returning to my classroom to bring home a desk that my husband had made for me and a rolling chair. So after we moved around all the furniture in the bedroom, the desk and the rolling chair are now in a little corner, which looks out the bedroom window into the backyard. And it's working out a lot better for me to have an established workspace. I definitely still sometimes, go to the table so that I can work near where the kids are, but mostly I'm at the desk area. Step number four, reduce distraction, is one step that has proven to be a little bit challenging in our house. We have 3 kids and all of them are working online. So one way that we've tried to reduce distraction is, of course, by establishing that workspace in a separate space from them, but also making sure that they are focused on working in Google Classroom for a set time. During that set time, the TV cannot be on, video games will not be played, and that really helps us a lot with the noise issue. But funny story, sometimes it doesn't always work out because we have meetings in the afternoon. Just this past week, my husband was having a meeting, a weekly check-in, and the kids were running around like crazy because they'd finished their assignments and they want to play. So I kicked everybody out of the house and locked the door so that Mario could participate in his meeting in a professional way without all the distractions. No biggie. As soon as the meeting was over, I let them back in. Step number 5, set your intentions. I definitely set my intentions for the day. When I am drinking my coffee in the morning, I'm thinking about all the things that I have to do. I'm also keeping it in my mind that my children are here with me and they also need me. So I definitely set my intentions for the day. Mostly they're broad. They start out broad, like do your best work, pay attention to the kids, and take care of myself. So my goal throughout the day is to have the best balance between getting my own work done, spending time with my children and helping them if they need me, and making sure that I take the time to exercise, to go for a walk or to spend some time in the yard. Number 6, don't eat at your workspace. I definitely try not to eat at my workspace. We do make time to eat together as a family for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if I ever eat at my workspace, it's because someone will bring me a snack. And it would be rude for me to say no, right? So step number 7, create a sign off routine. This is a step that I am definitely not doing, and I can't even think of how I would do this. Every day we have a sign off for the kids, so we make sure that the kids are logged off of devices by noon, mostly by noon. They'll only log on to devices if they have a lesson for violin or trumpet. Other than that, I don't have any kind of a sign off routine. Mostly I continue to work throughout the day on projects that need to be finished or updating social media, checking emails, answering calls. If anybody calls me that they need help, I'm definitely going to answer and help as much as I can. But I can say that even though I don't have a sign off routine, I do make time every day to be with the kids doing absolutely nothing with no device, anywhere near. And I also make time to walk, to exercise alone by myself. Um, because that's something that helps me to feel good, being with the kids and doing something nice for myself too.